Holy crap, that video is old. How's it going, everyone? It's me, again. You know, after a long time of not doing pretty much anything at all on this channel, I've thought about it for a minute and I figured, you know what, maybe I should give it to him. Maybe I should put some heart and, you know, passion into, you know, doing the thing that pretty much this entire channel kind of got, you know, skyrocketed on, and do, you know, either a rework of the old Who's the Strongest Sans video or maybe the Papyrus video, one of the two. It's been crossing my mind for a long time now, and I'm gonna be honest, I just, you know, I've been feeling like I haven't been doing too much on this channel as of recently, so I'm trying to change that. I'm trying to change up, you know, how active I am on certain medias, and I'd like to be able to, you know, reach out to my audience in this medium. So, you know, we're gonna give that a shot. We're gonna give it a try. So, just know that I am trying to do that, trying to set that up, get that ball rolling. There's been quite a few projects I've been wanting to do on this channel that I just haven't had, you know, the time or the passion to do. You know what I mean? You know, I'm trying to put myself out there so I can actually start doing the things that I said a long time ago I said I would do. You know, a long time ago I said I was gonna remake the Sans power scaling thing, and then a long time ago I said I was gonna do Papyrus after that. And it's just been crazy, you know. It's been you know, I've had a lot of stuff I've been doing. I had a lot of projects that I've been focusing on recently. And I've just kind of, I wouldn't say overwhelmed. It's just that my eyes have been on more stuff recently than just this channel. But I do want to make this channel into something good as well, because, you know, my Tumblr's nice, my Twitter's nice, Discord's nice, all that stuff. But I want to do something with YouTube. So either that be through me making edits and talking about how I feel like some certain Sanses would scale, or how I feel like, or, you know, doing character studies on certain characters and stuff like that. You know, anything to really kind of put my foot in the game a bit, if you know what I'm trying to say. But I would be a lying man if I said I didn't want to do it, brothers. The thing about making another video like the Who's the Strongest Sans video is that the amount, like, I have no doubt it'd probably get more views than the views that the first one had, which today stands at probably one of my most popular videos. That stands at 2 million views, which is still crazy to believe whenever I do take a look at that video. But the thing is that, how do I say it? It's just like the uproar it would cause would be insanity. I shit you not. It was already kind of like a cesspool down there in the comment section of the first video when I made it the first time. So making a new one this time around, where things like Godverse and True Godverse didn't exist, and with how unnervingly, oh, and don't forget the 4-4 stands as well. The 4-4 stands can also be pretty fucking annoying. With how all three of those tards can be, it can be pretty, it would get insane. Basically, it get insane down in the comment. So, you know, go up, you know, meet your maker how you want to meet him. You know what I'm saying? But it would be nice to make that video though. I'm not trying to say I don't want to make the video, or that I'm suddenly afraid of people and their opinions on how I would scale certain characters, or where I believe certain characters would stop scaling and where they would scale, and, you know, blah blah and so on. You know, I just, you know, I know a lot of people would kind of hate if the list was just Alpha Tail characters, and I'm gonna have to break your legs here, but that would just be true, because Alpha Tail characters, it's just an objective fact at this point, have the most feats out of most characters, if any characters, in the current fandom as it stands. And that's just a fact, which would make the whole scaling for it insane. And I can already hear, I already know 50% of the comments are going to be, oh, he's biased. He made the list. He made the AU. Of course, he's going to put his own characters at the top. I hate to break it to you, brothers, but that's just how it's scaled. That's just how the characters are scaled. Like, not even getting into characters like Infected, 404, Alpha, or Omni, like the main 4 Alpha brothers, as everyone knows them. Those guys would definitively be at the top of the list. Like, no competitors against them at all. With their, like, crazy as fuck hyperversal to out-of-versal feats that they have within their cosmology and verse. Just how their verse skills alone as well. Like, AlphaTail has changed a lot in the 6 years that came between that video where, you know, 404 kind of was named as the first, as the strongest Saiyans of the time, to now, where that proof is like, where that standing of his is only challenged by his 3 other brothers. Like, that's the only challenge for him. And even then, there are more people saying that he's still the strongest one. Like, there's no competitor for him at the end of the day. I guess what I'm trying to get to, or trying to say basically, is that I don't want anyone to think I'm going into this bias, because I'm not. I've never really cared about if something's above AlphaTail or not, if it's beneath something, if it's above something, yada yada, whatever. Things scale as they scale. I've never really, cared for that sort of thing at the end of the day. The most I'm gonna try to do for this video is to make it as accurate as I possibly can. Which means, I'm gonna try to go for accuracy above all else here. So that's going to be my job at the end of the day. Oh, and also, there will be no alternate variations of the same character being used in this video. Not saying, no alternate variations, so we can't have Sanjay use. Fuck off. Fuck off with you fucking meta humor fuckers, whatever we like to call yourselves. The point is, we can't have other variants of these characters. So we can't bring in Quantum 44. We can't bring in like STS.exe or Killer STS or King Omniverse, King whatever variants of the famously strong characters that you know of in the community. There will be no variants to them. This is gonna be their main self being scaled here. So you can't go off and be like, oh, but wait, if we brought in STS from Godverse Corrupted, then he would be blank. No, we're not doing that, because if that was the case, I would simply put Faker at the top of the list, because he just pretty much bodies everybody. I would just pretty much have him just body everybody. That would be it. Even though he's technically not a 404 variant, but you know what I mean. He has it in the name. God damn. But yeah, we're not doing any variants of those guys. Yeah. And we are going to be, I want to say, it's going to be a while before I have a definitive pick on which tier list I want to use, but I'm leaning more towards CSAP, just because that's what I've been using for AlphaTail as of recently. We originally used to scale AlphaTail with Versus Battle Wiki, but then we moved over to CSAP, so that's a thing. The only thing unfortunate about moving over to CSAP was that AlphaTail downgraded in terms of Versus Battle Wiki standards, though you can obviously still probably get to Boundless in Versus Battle Wiki. I don't know. You have to ask one of the main AlphaTail scalers. Not quite literally myself, but yeah, we had to switch it up a bit. Oh, and by the way, if a character has no story, no feats, no nothing, immediately they're at the bottom of the barrel. I hate to break it to you, but we scale feats and not just borderline cosmology. Obviously, cosmology does a good part in getting them up on the list. But if they have no feats in said cosmology, then you can't. Then they're at the bottom of the barrel, brother. I hate to break it to you. Hate to break it. You know, they need, at the end of the day, a feat to, you know, to be scaled. Not saying that statements aren't also good either, but, you know, since this is a relatively Sans-related AU, and normally you would suggest that the Sans character in these AUs would be the most active out of their community, you would assume they'd have a story about themselves by now. But as it currently stands, I can only name a few in here that have a legitimate story, like, on one hand, and that's batshit crazy. Like, honestly, it drives me crazy how many people want to, like, put up it's the strongest card, but the character has, like, no feats, is featless, or absolutely has no story, or was just made just to beat a certain character, or just was given a wiki and has absolutely nothing to them. Like, has nothing to their character, by the way. Also, by the way, something I wanted to state here, just so I can get it out there. OC fallacy is not a fucking thing. Anyway, that's about the end of this little rant and update of mine. I hope the next video is about something a little less scaling wise, because scaling is kind of boring, not gonna lie. So, everyone have a wonderful rest of your day. Feel free to comment and subscribe. Have a good one.